Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos. I of course am the FPL train, and in this video we're going to be looking at what transfers are left to make ahead of game week 37. Now what I mean by that is just because one, there's literally just 2 game weeks left now until the end of the season, and two, everybody's got Haaland, Jackson, Gordon, Isak, Pedro Porro, Son, etc. You know, there's no point going on about, oh, let's bring these guys in because they've got great fixtures coming up. That just makes no sense at all. So the transfers I've got in here are a little bit different. One I would say is probably a little bit boring because, you know, turns out quite a lot of people have got him in, but it's definitely one I'm looking at doing for this game week. And the other two I would definitely say are differentials. One being the fact that you don't even have a double game week ahead of game week 37, which I know is mental, but you know, as well, go a bit different at this stage of the season. What's the point in doing the exact same as everybody else? Because you never know, one of these players everybody's got might actually blank in this game week. So anyways, before we look at all those players, let's look back on the previous game week and the transfers are recommended, and believe it or not, all 3 of them outperformed the guys I recommended going out, which is kind of crazy, especially the fact that the last one didn't even, you know, score. He actually blanked. But anyways, let's go through it then. So first of all, I said take Edison out of your team and bring in David Raya. Now I didn't just say it like that. I did say if Edison is fit, definitely think about keeping him in your team. They did say he might be back for the Fulham game in double game week 37. Turns out he was actually available for game week 36. So Pep's definitely done a number on us all there. But even then, he still conceded. So maybe he's not as good as we thought. So yeah, Man City did absolutely batter Wolves, but they still conceded. So he only had 2 points. Whereas Arsenal, best defence in the league, once again, another clean sheet against the Bournemouth team, to be fair. Solanke does bag in the goals, so the fact that, you know, he got a clean sheet, he only actually made 2 saves in the game as well, goes to show how good Arsenal are. So 6 points there, so straight away outperformed Edison there. So that one definitely got right. With the midfield change, I went for Fernandes out for Gibbs White. Now, my initial reason for taking out Fernandes is because, one, Man United were crap. And it turns out I was right. They are crap. They got battered 4-0 by Crystal Palace. Fernandes didn't actually play that game. He was out. I don't know whether he was ill or injury. Either way, he was out in that game where United got absolutely battered by Crystal Palace. And I said, you know what? Go for a gamble. Go for something like Gibbs White. He needs to win, or Forest needs to win, or else they're going to get relegated at this rate. And he played, and he got an assist. You know, and they did have Sheffield United, which is obviously the easiest game to play. And they did win that game. And like I said, he came away with the assist. So we got 7 points. And he even got a couple of bonus points to go on top of that. So 7 points there for Gibbs. Absolutely smashed it compared to Bruno. So that one I was pretty happy about there. And then the last one, I mean, look, I'm clutching on straws here to say this was a good transfer. But the fact is, Darwin Núñez didn't even start for Liverpool when they beat Spurs 4-2. So that goes to show this guy's definitely washed. There's no point having him in your team now. Just get rid of him. You're not going to get anything out of him, to be honest. Yeah, poor guy. You know, I would be amazed if he's at Liverpool in the next 2 seasons. I think the next manager is going to go, oh, you're crap. I'm going to get rid of you. But yeah, I said get rid of Darwin Núñez. He didn't play. I mean, I was surprised he didn't start, to be fair. But yeah, he didn't start. And I said bring in Carlton Morris. Now, this guy did start. And I was quite surprised that he did blank. I did expect a bit more from him, to be fair. But you know, I can't get it all right, I guess. I'm not that good. You know, Everton, you think now they're safe that he could have got a goal, but he didn't. It was his fellow, well, I was going to say his countryman there. That makes no sense. His fellow striker scored the goal. But yeah, either way, he still outperformed Darwin Núñez. So 3 out of 3 there. I absolutely bossed it that game week. So then let's go through the first transfer I got on here for game week 37, or should I say double game week 37. And it is the boring transfer first, and it's bringing in Dan Burn for Fabian Schär. Didn't realise at first everybody would be going for him, but they are. Now, if you want to go for somebody a little bit different, you know, you could go for somebody like Cucurella, who I've got. But there's not really a lot of options, to be fair, at the back to go for this game week, if you want to go for a double game week player anyway. So, I wouldn't touch a Brighton defender with their double game week. Looks terrible. Man City's both theirs are away from home, and they just love to concede a goal, and even then it's double game week, so the chances are that defence is getting rotated. Man United are crap, so I wouldn't go for them. So yeah, and then what's the final option? Spurs. So they've got Burnley at home, which is decent, so maybe you want to gamble on Porro, the fact that he might get a goal in that game, or an assist. Then they got Man City, so they'll probably get annihilated in that game. But then again, they have got Sheffield United in the final game of the season. So maybe a Spurs defender isn't the worst shout. I mean, Porro is probably the only option I'd go for. But apart from that, I think Dan Burn does have probably the best double game week. The fact that he's at home, well, he's not at home in both games. He's at home against Brighton, but then his second game is away to Man United, who, like I said, aren't exactly the best. So, he's probably the best option to go for. He's definitely going to be playing 90 minutes. He's good in the air. He might get a goal in these games. Brighton are looking shocking. I mean, I know they've just won recently, but they've been shocking for so long. United are shocking. And I think Brentford went on holiday a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, decent fixtures for Newcastle. So, I definitely think Dan Burn's worth looking at. Onto my midfield change now, and it's bringing in Conor Gallagher for Luis Diaz. Conor Gallagher is only 1.5% owned currently right now, so he's definitely a differential, and he's definitely worth looking at. Look, the guy's got 2 goals and an assist in the last 3 games. That's pretty decent. He's got a double game week against Forest and Brighton. Both of them may be away, but you never know. Something could happen away from home, and then the final game is going to be at home to Bournemouth. So, not a bad run of fixtures for Gallagher. He's in pretty decent form, to be fair. Look, you could say, we'll go for Madueke, you know, but the problem with him is, one, he's greedy. You know, he wants to take penalties when he's not a penalty taker. Only when they're 2 or 3-0 up, though. And 2, he does get subbed off pretty early, and he might even get rotated in the double game week. So you can't be really sure to go for Madueke. I'm not going to touch the guy at all. But one guy I definitely would be interested in is Conor Gallagher. He plays 90 minutes constantly. He's Chelsea. Is he Chelsea's captain? He's definitely one of their better players anyway. I mean, love the fact they're probably going to sell him at the end of the season, because that's smart, isn't it? But yeah, the guy is literally barely owned. He's in some great form right now. The fixtures look good. He's definitely worth looking at. Look, he's not probably going to bang the goals in, maybe. You know, he's not the most electrifying player. But if you remember him at Crystal Palace a few seasons ago, he was smashing it in. Hopefully this continues for the next 3 games he's got, but we'll see. He's definitely a punt. You might not want to go for him, but I think he could turn out a real treat, especially if he does outperform the likes of Fernandes and that. Because let's face it, everybody's probably going to keep him, even though United aren't looking great, and he's not technically fit yet ahead of game week 37. And obviously, I mean, I've not got him on here. It's Luis Diaz to take out, but yeah, there's no point in really keeping any Liverpool players anymore. Let's face it. The fact is, game week 37, they're away to Aston Villa. That ain't a great fixture. They ain't going to win the league. They ain't in any cup competitions now. And their final games against Wolves at home, which is not exactly easy. I know Man City have just walked all over them, but that's Man City. So is it worth keeping Luis Diaz, who's over, well, he's got 2.2 million more? Nah, it's not worth having him. So yeah, get rid of Luis Diaz and bring in somebody like Conor Gallagher. And so on to the final transfer I have on here. The mental transfer, the stupid transfer, the what the hell are you thinking transfer you might be thinking. But I think this transfer is worth it personally. So, get rid of Ollie Watkins. He's got Liverpool at home, not easy. And then he's got Palace away. Now, Palace are in decent form. I know they've just played Man United, but before that, they're looking decent before as well. So, they've not just played a terrible team, they're actually looking decent. So, as good as Ollie Watkins is, just take him out of your team. There's no point in keeping him in. Get rid of him and go for a gamble. Go on, just gamble. Get Adebayo in. Why not? There's no point going for the same strikers everyone's got. I've even got the same strikers everyone got, and I hate it right now. Everyone's got Haaland. Everyone's got Isak. Everyone's got Jackson. So when they score, it's, yeah, well, that just makes my score look good. Why not gamble? I mean, I don't think all 3 of those strikers will score in the double game week 37. So why not go for it? I know Adebayo, for starters, doesn't have a double game week, so that is a bit of a problem. But Luton have to win if they want to stay in the Premier League. And they've battled and battled and battled all season long. So they're not going to stop now, are they? They're so close to the end of the season. They've got to score goals. This guy's been out injured for some time. He's back now. He started against Everton and then he scored against Everton. So why not go for Adebayo? Why not gamble, eh? Look who's got as well. He's got West Ham away. David Moyes has been told he ain't got a job at the end of the season. So he's gone, you know what? Well, he must be thinking, sod this. I'm packing my bags and I'm going to relax. I don't care how these results go, because either way, I ain't got a job at the end of the season. So that's a positive there. Fulham, they probably went on holiday a few weeks ago because they've got nothing to play for as well. So 2 fixtures there that I think Luton can really capitalise on and get some goals. And this guy is one of their key men to score them. So definitely worth going for Adebayo. So yeah, pretty decent I think that is. So let me know what you think of these transfers, because that is it for the end of this video. Let me know what transfers you guys are thinking about. Please, well, if you like this video, and if you didn't like it, you know, just like the video anyway. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you all on the next one.